Alright boys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today is New York Jets offensive ebook day. This is one of the most explosive, high-powered offenses in the entire game. Pros such as Sirius are calling this ebook and they are running at a high level. For example, Sirius is 200 plus wins and 5 losses in head-to-head ranked running this ebook. If that's not proof that this thing is amazing, then I don't know what is. As always, sit back, relax. This video will be to the point, super simple. Timestamps for every section of the video will be below. And to start us off, today we will be in Bunch X Nasty. But on top of that, we also have Bunch Tight End. And we also have Gun Doubles Flex Y off close. And also some red zone plays that we will be going over in today's video. As always, feel free to take some notes. I always think notes can help a ton with learning a new ebook. Just jot some stuff down, jot down some adjustments if there are any plays that you're struggling to learn, and make sure you go into practice mode and try some of these plays on your own just to get a feel for how they work and just for reading your progressions. Starting off, we will be taking our ISO receiver, right? We are in mountain corner under inside of Bunch X Nasty. We will take our ISO receiver, who is just a receiver on the far left side, and we will just be going triangle, square, stem him down with L1, and stem him down as low as he can go. Take our running back and put him on a flat. Take our outside receiver in the trip and put him on an in. Real quick too, it is always very important to run your trip to the wide side, whether that be the left or the right hash. The wide side is the space that you have more side on. So for example, if I was on the left hash, I would want to run the trip to the right hash or vice versa. It's just important for how these plays work. Then we will just go ahead and put R1 on a streak, and then just go ahead and put X, our tight end, on a post, and just stem that down real quick. And our read progression here is super simple. It's just going to go square, triangle, O, X, R1. So ISO receiver, running back flat, outside receiver, slot tight end, or point receiver on the streak. So let's go ahead right here. Not there, not there, not there. Boom. I'm trying to hit O, right? Simple read. We got, what, probably 10 yards on that. Maybe I had something else I didn't see right there, but an important thing on any play you guys call inside of this game is just getting yards, right? This game can be very buggy sometimes. This game can be very glitchy. It's very important just any time you call a play, just that you get yards. So once again, we're just going to stem down that corner. We're going to go ahead and in that outside guy, streak our point receiver. We're going to go ahead and post in stem down our tight end and send our running back on a flat. Right here, we'll see what we get open. We have our tight end open on that. We'll see if he can catch it. Yes, he does, and he breaks a few tackles as well. This play is one you can run at a pretty high clip. This is very, very good for short and medium yardage situations and also inside of the red zone. It's honestly one of my favorite plays currently, if I had to be honest. After that, we are going to go ahead down to spacing switch. Another play I absolutely love. This play is pretty good for man coverage, cover 2, cover 3, short yardage stuff. I mean, you can also get some longer yardage stuff from this play, but in my personal experience, it is very good for more of that like short yardage situation, just because of a lot of the routes on this. So the first thing is a clear out route. We are just going to streak our ISO receiver, and then we're going to go ahead and deep cross our point receiver. We're going to return our outside receiver and drag our tight end. The progressions here, in my experience, have been triangle, X, O, R1, right? So you're just going to read it back across the field more or less. Triangle, X, O, then R1. The only reason R1 is last is just because he will be the last route to develop, more than likely. So let's go ahead and see right here. Triangle, not quite there. Boom. O, hit that. Just take your yards, boys, right? There's no reason to stand in the pocket, take any dumb chances. If you have yards, take the yards. That's something I've learned in my time playing Madden. Right, just really, like, if you have yards, like right there, maybe I had triangle for a little bit more, but there's never a reason to force passes. Just slow down the game. Oh, didn't make all my adjustments right there. That's something I've really learned, though, in my time playing. Just slow down the game to your pace. Even if your opponent's playing high-paced, as long as you know this ebook, you have a powerful tool at your disposal that you know is probably better than anything your opponent can call. There's no reason to rush stuff, boys, right? There's no reason to jump through these plays like a maniac and rush them. I'm going to call this one more time for you guys right here. Let's see if we can get R1 on something. Couldn't quite, got sacked. I could have thrown it underneath and have completed it a lot sooner, but that is that play right there. Once again, good for cover 2, cover 3, man coverage, short yardage situations. Staying inside a bunch X nasty. Next we have mountain cross post. This is one of my favorite plays, and this is one that has been really good just honestly through the year. This is one that you can use for long yardage. Very good on first downs. You can even get some bombs on this play in my personal experience. Bombs are just, obviously one play touchdown. We're going to do streak the tight end, return the ISO receiver, go ahead and slot fade our point receiver, and then just go ahead and corner and stem down our outside receiver over there. And the read progression here just kind of ends up being O, right? Because he will break first on his route. O, glance over to square, glance down a triangle, then up at R1. Let's see if we have O. We don't. Over at square. We maybe got O a little bit late on that. Obviously, this play is not for man coverage, which is part of the reason why it did not work right there. And even I make bad reads, right? It's part of the game. You're not always going to make the best, absolute, most amazing read. But like right there, I'm going to hit O quick out of that route. There's one thing too. Don't be too afraid, right? Don't be too afraid to throw stuff quick. Like right there, for example, that was a quick ball. I got it out. Got it complete. That's all that matters. We'll see if I can hit a bomb right there. Not quite, I don't, but you can definitely see where that gets open over to that back pylon. I'm trying to run this a few more times for you guys. I'm sure you can kind of see what this play is about. Once again, triangle, square. It's definitely one that, like, if the person's in man coverage, they'll bag it. So you definitely want to make sure you're not playing like a heavy man coverage user, or this play will probably get bagged pretty easily in my experience. But with that said, we will call it one more time, see what we can get. Yeah, I mean, CPUs in man coverage, again, that is what is going to happen. Luckily, at least that return route does tend to work pretty well. I'll just call it one more time. I think they are in zone coverage here. Just get one more kind of good example for you guys of this play working, how it works, all that good stuff. Like right there, you can see I do get that. We'll see if we catch it. We don't. Safety kind of came in a bit. Same thing with the corner. But you can definitely see how this play is meant to work. Sometimes in practice, you just can't get the best example, which is the way that the game works, sadly. I really wish you could, but sadly, you just can't always get quite the best examples. And I have another example as well for mountain cross post. This one right here is another pretty good one. This one I like maybe a little bit more, just because you do end up using this motion. And the adjustments are a lot less. All you do is just streak the ISO receiver and just flat the running back, and that's it. Your progressions on this are triangle, R1, O, X, then square, I would kind of say, right? So, guy goes in motion. We will first check triangle, not there, O, not there, boom, R1, hit it, get some yards. This one's very good for, obviously, first downs, man coverage, medium yardage. Mainly man coverage, I love this for. Cover 4 can also be good with, because sometimes the motion guy will pull people down. This is also just a very good time-saving place, especially if you're just trying to learn this offense. It can be very good. You can see X right there as well, tends to peel on that route in man coverage very well, which is definitely an advantage. And along with all those, just to reiterate, I just love how few adjustments you need to make in this play. I mean, it just makes running an offense really easy in my experience when you don't need to call a million plays. It's definitely, to me, always something that is very good. Now to go over, we're going to go to mountain clear running back seam. And I'm sorry if this video is going to be a little bit long, guys. I mean, it's just going to be. That's the nature of these types of videos. But I hope you guys are enjoying so far, and I hope that you can get a lot from this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and drag our ISO receiver. Far outside receiver, we will put on a slot fade. Point receiver, we'll put on that. And that is all we are doing, boys, okay? That's all we're doing. First read will be R1. R1 tends to peel a little bit on this. Sometimes he gets open in that seam. Then it will be triangle, square, then O. Then kind of bounce up to X. So we'll just see what gets open on R1. Boom, square. Right, you can see right there, R1 actually pulled the linebacker up and away, which helped a ton. Once again, drag ISO. We're going to streak slot. And then outside bunch, we will slot fade. Boom. Progressions. I'll just take that. Once again, boys, like I always say, take your yards. Yards are yards. no matter how you get them. Once again, same adjustments. Let's see what's open. The computer is not leaving R1 open right now like most users do, which that's okay because not every game is going to be the same, right? Some people will cover different stuff. So we get right here. Oh, I forgot to put square on a drag. I thought I did. I mean, that route also works too. I don't like it just because it doesn't go lower. I personally like having that route go low. But you guys can always keep that one high up if you really want to as well. Like right here, for example, you can see I had X. I just didn't quite get the ball out fast enough, but that is this play right here, boys. I know I'm not getting the best examples right now. It tends to be hard in practice mode because the computer doesn't do what actual players do. And they tend to almost cover better because they're not making adjustments, they're not shading, they're not doing anything. And they're not always coming out in like the meta coverages, if that makes any sense, and trying to stop you. Instead, they're just coming out in more basic stuff and just hoping that they can. And then, boys, from here, we are going to move on over to gun, bunch, tight end. Gun, bunch, tight end, I like just as much as bunch, X, nasty. I think both are great formations. Starting off here, we are going to go into mesh. If I can find it, I always lose it in this one. And the first thing that we're going to do is just go ahead and custom stem square down like that. We're going to slot fade our point receiver, streak our inside receiver, and just Texas our running back. Progression here will just be square, X, Texas, triangle. So square, not there, Texas, there, hit it, boom, easy yards. Right there. This play I just love for cover 4 in longer and medium yardage situations. It tends to work best in my experience. Once again, same adjustments. Square not there. Boom, boom, boom. Texas, hit it. Easy yards. Right, boys? If someone peels back on that Texas, you can always still probably fit a throw into X. So I'm just going to read it as though the Texas is covered and what I would kind of do in that situation. Forgot to put the Texas out there, which I guess I can't really do that then, can I? Let me go out of bounds real quick. I completely forgot to put the Texas in, but I'm just going to go ahead and just play this as though the Texas is completely covered and it's not there at all. I mean, luckily this time they left X open, but the one thing I like on this play is you kind of get like a high-low type deal in that middle of the field area where people don't always know what to do, right? They either go up to the Texas or they stay down for X. It all depends on what people do. You can see right there, late throw, get it, middle of the field covered. Texas had someone on it. I'll just throw it underneath, get my easy yards. That is mesh right there. We actually have, I think, 2 iterations of mesh for you today. The next one, what we are going to do is same thing with the outside guy, except we will streak the inside guy, post our guy right there. I meant to put him on a post, not that. And then we're just going to go ahead and Texas our running back. This time we are going square X Texas O, right? So square there. Yep, it's there. Try and hit it. Not quite there. I thought I had better leverage. Sometimes you can throw that super, super early if you have the correct leverage on it. Right there, I just sadly did not. But we'll see what we have. Boom. I'll hit X. O peeled out late. I was preferring just to take my guaranteed yards on that, to be entirely honest. But if you want to hang in the pocket on this play, it's not going to hurt. They're in man 3 deep right here. Something that kind of sucks. It's not the best example, but it is what it is. I'll just take X. This play, I'll try and get a throw or two to the Texas and also a throw or two to the post. You guys definitely know from other plays how the outside corner works. We'll see if we can get the Texas in the post moving a little bit right now. Right, so what I did on that throw, boys, I just kind of brought the ball down and in, and they're just out in man 3 deep again. I'm not bothering with that. I'm going to go ahead and call timeout, and we'll come back out in mesh for our 3rd play call from mesh, boys. The really good thing with plays where you have multiple iterations like mesh is just that you are able to just do a lot more. I mean, this is definitely a quick snap play because all we're doing is one adjustment. I mean, this is very, very good for short yardage, man coverage, cover 2, all of those, boys, right? First read will be OX triangle square, right? OX triangle square. Last resort will be R1, so OX triangle square. Boom, square beats his guy over the top. We get it pretty easily. I did have a few throwing windows out there, but what I was preferring right there was just to get our longer yardage play. Boom, X. The thing you really want to look for to in a lot of these situations are for guys to get bumped. If guys get bumped, you normally have more guaranteed touchdowns. This is just honestly very good as a quick snap play. Right there, middle of the field clears, lead it down, try to get around the corner. We almost do for a touchdown right there, boys. Last time I'm calling this, right? And this is honestly one of my favorite plays in this entire ebook. I mean, Square gets open so much on that, especially inside of man coverage. Honestly, this play is just so fun. I'm just going to call it one more time. It's not there this time. Let's rule out, mushing him up. Let's see what we can do. Picked off right there, boys. It's all good. We're in practice mode. It's all good. Okay, next play right here is going to be spacing switch. Not to confuse it with the other spacing switch. We're going to go into a different spacing switch now. We are inside a bunch tight end, of course. And we have two iterations of this for you. The first thing you're going to do on this one, and this is more or less the exact same thing that we did before. Just go ahead and bring him in, post, streak, corner. You can stem that corner down if you want. I personally don't always, but I'm going to in this case, just so I can show you guys that you can do both. And right here, you're just going that high-low on that side, and then boom, we have the post wide open. Very, very good play right there. And I'll explain my progressions more on this play just real quick for you boys so you just understand it a little bit more. I didn't really explain that right there. First thing we're checking is just the high-low on the right side. A high-low is when you have a corner and a flat like this. First read is X, then R1, then we're bouncing across to square, then up to O. So X, yep, we have X. We'll take it. We'll take our yards. 100%. We will always take our yards. I like this for short and medium yardage. Cover 2, cover 4. Very, very good for those. Once again, I'm trying to do this again for you guys just so you can see it one more time. This time we'll just throw the post because we can. It's wide open. Why not? This play I absolutely love. Honestly, gun bunch tight end, I feel like I like just a little bit more than bunch X nasty. Right here, all we're going to do is just stem up that curl twice, deep cross, triangle, streak X, and pretty easy. First read is O, second read is R1, then we're going to bounce up the triangle and X. So let's see right here. O, not there, boom, boom, boom. We'll just take R1. It wasn't quite there. This play is a really good play for long yardage. The only unfortunate thing with that is that means it's not always going to be here for you boys, right? Like, it's not a guaranteed play just because it is here for a long yardage. If that makes any sense, right? We actually have square back across. I was going to throw that. That's my bad for not reading my progressions like I should. Don't do what I did on that, boys. Make sure you always read your progressions like you should. I'm just slightly distracted because I'm talking. But right there you see what happens is sometimes the linebacker gets pulled up by that post. Or I mean by that deep cross, so you really just want to pay attention to that just to see if that does occur. We'll look at our high-low side first. We actually have triangle pilling. Not quite, didn't quite get it out right there, boys. Once again, I mean, it's a long yardage play. It's not necessarily meant to be a play that gets out super, super quick. Right, I mean, it's not always going to get out super, super quick, but the idea is definitely there for it. Then after that, we're going to go into gun doubles flex Y off close right over here, boys. And the first play we're going to be doing is mountain dig under right there. There we go. And once again, I mean, the good thing with all the plays I give you guys is the adjustments tend to be easy, right? At least I tend to think so. The first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and put this on a corner. And we're just going to go ahead and stem that down. Then we're just going to streak O. And that's all we're going to do, right? That's it. That's all we're doing on this play, boys. Oh, also, yeah, we are going to streak R1. And that is all we are doing on this play, boys. I mean, actually, my bad. We are also going to put this on a post. And we are going to stem that up 1, right? We're going to stem that up 1. Or you could also do an in route too if you want. It kind of is up to you. In route is actually a bit better here than the post. That's my bad, boys. I was just forgetting what adjustment I tend to make on this play. But right here, you will see our reads are kind of on here. X, R1, square, then O, right? So X, R1, square, O. We'll see what we have. X, R1, square. Really, really shitty read by me, boys. That is completely my bad. This play is mainly for medium coverage, man coverage, all that stuff. But we'll go ahead and do this again, boys. That's my bad for just making such a bad read. All right, we're going to stem that up one, put this on a streak, and call this play. Boom. We have square earlier. That's my bad, boys, for before. This play is definitely a good one if you actually call it well. Unlike what I did. We'll see what we have open. We actually did have O pilling, but I was preferring the easy read to square. I will say this play isn't quite my favorite, but I even include plays like this just because I think you boys deserve to see every single thing inside of these ebooks that I think you should be running right there. I'm not the best at this play, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm just not the best example because I'm not completely comfortable with this play yet, just because I haven't called it at a high clip. After that, boys, I am just going to go ahead and show you why sell. Don't worry, guys. We are almost done with this ebook. I promise you. I know it is a long one. I appreciate you boys hanging in for this, though. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me talk, tired of watching, but we're almost done. This is a very, very good one. Our reads right here, we're going to check the running back flat. We're going to check the drag immediately, then work to the next level and read the corner route and the in routes right here. Running back, boom, hit them. Easy yards. That's all we want on every play. Just guaranteed yards. If we can get 4 yards on every play, then we will never, ever not have a first down inside of the game, boys, right? We will always get to third down, get the first, keep on moving the chains. That's all that matters. Right, boom. I see X pilling out. Horrible, horrible throw by Josh Allen. I mean, I had that wide open. I don't know if I didn't set my feet on that or what, but, I mean, I had that wide open. Right there, I did get it to triangle. I did see square kind of pilling off the back edge over there. I could have gotten it to him. Let's get an R1. Boom, we'll just take R1. Easy yards, boys. I mean, what's kind of hard against the CPU is that why would I take, right, like, why would I take less than this, right? Like, or why do I try and take more? Right there, I will try and get out for you guys. You can see right now they're bagging that, and Josh Allen isn't throwing the best, but I will try and get a throw up there for you boys, or just somewhere more downfield than I currently am. The issue I'm running into is just that they're absolutely bagging everything else, meaning my only reads are underneath. So I mean, in this scenario, boys, just throw it underneath. Right there, you do see where if Josh Allen didn't throw it horribly, we were able to hit square. Once again, sorry for a bad example on a play, guys. I know you're probably kind of getting annoyed watching this, just saying that I'm not calling the best plays, but luckily for you, we are on the last play. I know you guys are probably saying your prayers right now, celebrating. You guys don't have to hear my voice anymore. All right, after this play, we jump into red zone, or if you want to leave, that's fine too, but thank you to anyone who's still watching this video. I know it is a longer one, but we're going to go ahead and streak the outside receiver, streak our running back, post route ISO receiver. We're going to drag our tight end. We're going to streak our slot receiver, and then, of course, the outside receiver as well. And we will just see what happens right here. Boom, hit X, wide open, pretty easy. This one's very good against cover 3, cover 4, sometimes man coverage. It's mainly for medium and long yardage, which, as I always remind you, boys, does mean that it will not always work amazing. Someone's sending a hot blitz at you. This play will not always work amazing. Like right there, for example, I get a hot blitz. Takes a second to set up. I get screamed at. Is what it is, right? Is what it is. Unfortunately, not every play is going to work the best, but we'll see if we can get something different open. Almost got that open. I did have X. Whenever I am showing you guys plays, I do tend to like try and go downfield just a little bit more, just to show you guys maybe more so the full power of the play. But right there, hot blitz again. Keep in mind, this play is not good for heavy blitzes at all. If anything, what I would suggest doing is I would suggest just blocking your running back like so. We'll see if he picks anyone up. And there we go. Easy throw across the middle on that post. Wide open. They don't seem to be sending as much pressure now, so we'll go ahead and just leave this how it is. See what happens. Can we hit O again? Yes, we do. Wide open. Don't be afraid of some of those throws in tight coverage, boys. It might seem scary, but as long as you lead it enough, it shouldn't get picked off. We will leave our running back right there. Boom, gets open. Doesn't catch it. Bit of a bad throw by Josh Allen right there. And our last iteration of PA snag right here, boys. This one I personally always like just a little bit more. We will corner our tight end, flat our running back, drag our slot receiver, and that is it, boys, right? First read is the slot receiver. Next read's the corner, then the Texas, then the post. Let's see what is open right here. Boom, we have the Texas. Pressure comes in hot. This is mainly some man coverage play. I mean, you can run this against anything, to be completely honest. This is definitely heavily a man coverage play, though. We will see what gets open right here. Might have that if I throw a high throw. Don't have it at all. That was zone coverage, so I mean it makes sense. It was covered. It better be covered. It's not made for zone coverage. We will see what gets open right here. We have square peeling back across. Another thing, boys, don't be afraid to kind of double cross your reads. By that I just mean I still have the Texas right there. I don't have to throw it to the Texas. I can look back across the field. This is Madden. That means you can always make cross-body throws? Absolutely not. But does that mean you are able to make throws that you normally wouldn't be able to in real life? Absolutely. I do feel a little bit bad that I did kind of bring this kind of to the end without the best examples, but I can guarantee you guys, if you run these plays, you will be running them at a very, very high clip, and these will go very, very well for you guys. Okay, like I can absolutely guarantee you that. And I think that we'll do it for today's video, boys. I really hope you all did enjoy. If you have any questions with the ebook, anything like that, just please let me know down below. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out with anything you need to know. With that said, that'll do it for today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.